I am Dr. Vivek Verma, Director Orthopaedic Oncology and Joint Reconstructive Surgeries at Max Hospitals, Delhi. Today, I am going to demonstrate you the different type of products that we use in tumor prosthesis and revision joint surgeries. Now we are going to show you how we reconstruct the proximal tibia. So this is a classical proximal tibia component where you see this is the condylar segment, this is the insert. Now the next part which you see on the tibial aspect is your stem. So you have this stem, you have this press fit mechanism, and we need to go in. Even on this stem you have the corresponding male and female ports. So this is the male port in the component. You are going to use it, you are going to fix it, this is going to lock it. So this goes into your tibial stem. Now from here comes your upper tibia part, in which the next component is your rotating base plate, and then your femoral condyle. So this is your femoral condyle, where we are going to insert this and lock it. Completes your locking mechanism of tibia with the distal femur. This is a complete rotating system and inherently stable, a constrained knee prosthesis of the proximal tibia. So where do we use this system? This I am going to show you now. Thank you. So now we are going to show you the proximal tibia resection. So once you have done the soft tissue dissection, the minimum resection is 8 centimeter. So if we look it from the tibial base, so this is your 8 is somewhere here, which you need to mark it with a pen. Now we are going to take the cut with the saw. So once you remove this, there is a large defect. Now you need to ream this side. So once we have cut this, we are going to enter and ream the canal. So you need to check after reaming that this is going inside. So yes, it fits well. Now if you focus here, so this is a beveled edge. It's not straight edge, it's a beveled edge. So you need to prepare this canal for this beveling. So this is the condyle where we need to take it. This is important. Where do we mark it? The two epicondyles, medial and lateral, you make an axis, and then the longitudinal axis. Your entry point is slightly above that. So first you need to make an entry with a small hole, and then you put it. Then we need to enter. This is same like what you see. Now we are going to take the distal cut over the femur, for which we have arranged the implants, where we have a 6-degree valgus. You can see here, if you can focus this, there is a 6-degree valgus. These are the cutting zigs. So we are going to enter it. So you need to adjust that it should be in the center. So we are going to now anchor the pins superiorly we are going to take this out completely. So now this is ready for your cutting of the distal femur. The first cut, we are going to take it perpendicular. So now we see that this is going to take cuts on both the sides. You can appreciate that this part is bigger than compared to the lateral condyle. That's why we keep a 6-degree valgus cut, so that it becomes perfectly perpendicular. So now we have taken both the cuts. Now we are going to just see the sizing. So the 60 is the smallest, and then you have 65 and then 70. So you have three sizes. Let us see which one fits. So this is the 60. We can see the second one. 65. This looks fine. And now the 70. This looks big, is going beyond. So let us try with the size of 65. Now we are going to do the reaming. We have removed this proximal tibia cut taken, distal femur cut taken. Now we need to make the canal. So we are going to use this. So you can see that slowly we are preparing this canal for accommodating our implant. Now we are going to use this zig to go inside. This is specific. You can see the 02 size, and we put it inside. Now we are going to take different cuts in the upper direction, lower direction, and the chamfer cuts. You can see this is the upper edge. You need to see that we frame a piano sign. So we need to be careful about the notching here. This is a very crucial step, that we do not cut it too below. Now we are going to take the chamfer one. So we need to protect the posterior part. Protect this, and then you take the posterior cut. Now we remove all the set here. So if you see the knee is like this, you don't have ACL, PCL, everything you have cut. So you need a prosthesis which fits well in both the system. And now we are going to use this. We need to punch it. So we also have two pegs to give extra stability, the rotational stability. So this is the femoral condyle stem, which you have varying sizes from different lengths. So we have prepared the distal femur. This is the upper tibia cut. Now we just insert it inside, and we are going to do the locking here. So for the locking, we need to put so in this we need to see that it is well positioned. This bumper goes inside and gives the locking, and now you take it out. So this completes, and now you see the complete flexion, extension, whatever you want. So this is the complete knee extension, and you can see the rotatory movements happening there.